Yo, 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 Froggystyles back here. We're with Mediocre Trader and CS Trades. We want to finish out the market today, and I'll let one of you guys go ahead and open it up.
I always do it. Mediocre. Rip it up, bud.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. What a day for AMC, huh? Looking good towards the end of the day. I was happy with that move up, so it's starting to turn the technicals in our favor, which makes me pretty happy. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I like when the technicals are in our favor. So we'll get into that in a little bit. But, yeah, overall, decent day. Let me check HYMC because I meant to do that as well, and I didn't look at that yet.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I'm glad I had that dip first thing in the morning, Wolfpack, because we were talking about time to load up. And then we seen the signs. We went through it together. I said we're getting signs that it'll have an up pull. I didn't know it was going to go up this high because I went and laid down and had my nap. If I wait for my phone call, we have a certain ring on the server. That's Cameron, get up. Old man, get up out of bed. But thank you, everybody. Awesome. Go ahead, Ben. Right. Yeah. What did HYM?
It got a nice little run today, but it's just sitting around the between 216 and 220. It's having a little bit of a problem right now. We're sitting at 219.
So just before I came on, I heard somebody commenting that HYMC is overpriced and they were going to put puts on it. And I'm sitting there looking at the numbers and stuff. I'm like, it's just coming off of like a dip, and it's also on threshold securities. So it's been there for a minute. So I have a feeling this one's going to go steadily higher from here. So,
are you just the options on it? Or is that what you're talking about? Because I personally wouldn't buy it unless it was
I got losing option position on it right now.
Do you?
I got
okay.
Three contracts.
I was just wondering your guys' take on it because personally, I would not put my money into it and just hold it. Like that's just me.
If you look at it right here, let's see if we can get a good time frame that makes.
I'd rather put my money in the AMC. Not
you can see right here.
It's different. Yeah.
It's honoring this support line across here.
What is that?
And I knew once it broke out that it was going to start heading higher, and like at $2 a share, I thought it was a good buy to ride up for the next move, and it did. It ended up popping, and then being on threshold, it does kind of help a little bit too because that means there's FTDs that at some point have to be covered. And
is there a time limit on that, Froggy, on the FTDs, or can it just because I'm learning on this off of you because I'm just
I think it's T35, but the one thing I haven't figured out whether it's trading days or if it's just days period.
35. They had 35 days to cover. Yes, correct.
Now is that trading days or
no? I don't know that. I just know the 35. I was waiting for you to find that out. Yeah, that'd be awesome to know that.
It did pop up. It did test this line a couple of days prior to at 227. Right now we're working our way up there. I think it's going to end up hitting it again. I don't know if it's going to surpass it or not, but we're heading that direction now.
Good.
So that in the long run helps Adam Aaron, which that's one of his plays, and it does kind of look like it was entering into a deep consolidation here from here over to here, and it looks like we could be breaking out.
That's a lot of consolidation. Yeah, it'll do something for sure, my friend. Same as AMC, it was consolidating for the last little bit.
So there's no big boom candle there, like showing like an actual breakout to where you get a volume ramp. So it means we could be going into another phase. It's not very clear at this point, but that is technically the fourth move on a triangle.
Have you figured out this thing, how many times it taps the support level before it punches? You figured that out? Like AMC's 3 to 4.
It typically there's going to be three tops of a triangle, and then the fourth one usually breaks. So what I'm seeing here is you see your first triangle, that's an A.
Yeah.
There's a B, there's a C, and then there's your breakout. But that didn't come with large volume. And that's the ABCs that I keep talking about, where you got that one, the first triangle.
Yeah.
Now this is in a distribution phase where it came up. So then you actually have an A leg. Normally when it's in a accumulation, it's coming down, so you don't get an A leg. So you only get just the one half. And then usually the A don't really touch the support.
Taps it. Yeah. Okay.
So
Just the candle that's the wick, right?
Yeah. And then like the B triangle usually comes up pretty close to the line, but doesn't have to. And the C triangle usually touches twice off the support. So maybe this line isn't exactly accurate. Maybe it's supposed to be there. But the C triangle usually confirms the W bottom. And then it breaks out with volume and then it moves, but there's no volume. So
also, if you look at the pattern, that's a bull flag.
Yeah. It goes into what they call continuance.
See the flag?
So, yep. You got one there and one back here. You can see the one back here pretty, I don't know which one we're going to be picking here. You see it's probably back here. I'm not sure what that second spike is, but not every time that it blows up through, you have to actually use those points. FOMO points you don't use. Like you can tell that was pre-market and stuff like that. So you typically wouldn't use that stuff anyways. But as it comes down, it touches, there's your C triangle establishing that bottom. As it breaks, volume ramps up, and that's where you get your runaway. We're not seeing that break in volume yet. I don't know if it's early. Maybe we need another day. I'm not sure. But if you get that runaway, this thing could run right up to $3 again or higher. And you can see how it's stair stepping. So now that's just history repeating itself kind of thing. Might do it again. I mean, it looks almost like the same pattern. Let me take this extended hours off. Nope. Yeah, because that came down from where it ran up in the pre-market. So that candle wouldn't count because it's a correction candle. And you can see here as it comes back down, it draws a similar line, but we're going to use a bar pattern real quick to go and pick this all up. And then we're just going to ignore that one that sticks up.
Wow.
You can kind of see how things kind of overlap a little bit. The bar pattern real quick to go and pick this all up. Now volume does change distance of the flag too. So, but you can see it's a similar pattern that plays out over and over. And as it's showing here, we're actually not there yet. So we got to wait till, what is it, April 14th, which is tomorrow. At sometime tomorrow, it's supposed to pop up and run if that's the way it's showing it. And all that is just a pattern repeating. It's not confirmation or nothing like that.
Right.
I don't know about MOAS tomorrow, Buster, but you know.
I hope so. Yeah, that would be awesome. A good way to wake up.
Yeah, it would be nice.
I'm not saying MOAS. I'm saying like $3 a share.
No, he was reading the chat there, bro. Sorry, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, whoa, what?
Yeah, Buster Keaton says MOAS tomorrow, and I, you know,
Wish.
I like his hopium. I really do. I'm not saying, you know, I disapprove of the message, but I don't know that to be true.
Yeah, I'm not trying to
find out tomorrow.
I'm not trying to preach that as a definitive and saying, you know, bet the farm and the chicken, maybe a cow or two, but I'm just saying, like, you take a pattern that repeats itself, which is the ABC pattern, and you just find it from one position that runs the same way, where it's got a horizontal support, and then it still has that downtrend taper. You just push it over top of it, and it looks pretty similar. The only thing that changes is the volume, and you can see it clearly represents a breakout for tomorrow. It's already breaking out technically right now. So, but you don't have that volume ramp. You're like a couple candles away. And this is on a 2-hour time frame. That's why I drew it at that. So you can kind of see the cycles a little bit better. And it's definitely in there. Like you can see here, I drew this one here, and it's right here. So, and you could have probably ran it up to this point here.
Cool.
I just stole that from the wrong place. Those are breakout points, but it's just, you still got the same little B pattern thing that's in there. And there's your C. There's your fourth touch. There's your fourth touch into a break. Fourth touch into a break. I mean, they're both there. Should be complemented with a big candle. And with it being on Reg Show, I mean, that I hate to say it, if I was to pick a play, that would be, I'm going to just say keep an eye on it for tomorrow. I think it's going to be kind of wild.
AMC broke 1850.
Yeah. Sweet.
Still got 15 minutes left of the day.
Do you see something weird about this pattern too?
Excuse me.
Doesn't this look like a repeat of the same pattern?
Let me get back to the, I can't see yet.
Here, watch.
Oh yeah, exactly. No, I don't disagree.
I wonder if I don't know how I can copy that over. I just noticed that it's sitting on the same pattern. We're sitting on somewhere. There's a breakout. We don't have it yet. We got technically a breakout here with no volume. That would be wild if that's exactly what's going on there. Could be spot on. It's a really jacked up looking ABC pattern. Looks like one great big cycle is what it looks like.
Yeah, good call, man. Yeah, we'll get in that John Wick thing in a minute here, guys. It's just going crazy all over the chat. We'll mention me and Froggy. Well, three of us will talk about it in a minute. Just let Froggy just finish his thing here.
Yeah, that's all I got for that.
I don't know nothing about this John Wick thing, so
I don't either. So I just been hearing it. It's been on my chat this morning and everything. Froggy, have you watched that John Wick thing?
I've heard bits and pieces about it. I didn't get a chance to watch it. I mean,
everybody's just riled up across the social media over it. How long is the video, guys? I don't even know.
When did it come out?
Today, or it's against about. I'm just gonna say the gist of it because I have not watched. I can watch it on the side here while we're doing this, and it just something about selling AMC and all this. So I don't know. It's pretty bad, supposedly. Okay, I don't know. I know the person, and I talked to him, and I've never had any bad things to say about it. I don't know. Are you looking at it right now, Froggy?
Yeah, I pulled it up.
How long is it? How long is
like
it?
13 minutes.
We will get to the bottom of this, my friends, for you, for sure, because it does affect us. I'm just going to let Froggy go through it and just watch it here on the side and tell me what he thinks of it. I'll watch it later. I just want to, I'll keep on answering some questions and stuff for you guys while he does that.
Well, I won't be able to watch it because I have Space Call in the background. So I've been neglecting giving away mics.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, I was looking at the chart for AMC.
Yeah, no worries. I'm just going through some chat. I'm just looking at some conversation. Uh-oh. Feedback right away.
You got to mute your speaker or your mic.
Who, me?
No, he's talking to me.
Oh, okay. Excuse me, guys. Well, he's saying that it won't squeeze. I got some Wolfpack members over here saying that it's corrupt and it won't squeeze AMC. Well, how does he know that?
I believe it's corrupt. I don't know if they can hold it off. I mean, markets naturally have an ebb and flow.
Oh, of course it's corrupt. We all know the market's corrupt. Like that's a transparency issue. But saying it won't squeeze, does he have any DD on that or proof?
Well, because everything points.
Yeah, because everything's pointing to a squeeze. Are all of our indicators are the short of float? A whole bunch of things. The GME, dividend is a huge up for AMC. We all know that, right?
Well,
So I don't know.
My money indicator has been flipping out on this stock since June, and that's what drew me into it even more than before, was the fact that, like, I don't want to say technically it surpassed GME, but when it comes to percentages of how much it was shorted that's not being reported properly, the numbers are off the chain. When you know that they were at 66%, no matter what they call it, FTD, naked, whatever, any kind of negative pressure, it shows in money. And when you put the money indicator up there and it shows that the stock has been being ripped off, even through the June run up, you can see they never covered anything. And for anybody to say that they covered in June to make that price go up, that wasn't it. That was just FOMO buying pressure is all it was. And they panicked and shut it down. So, and like I said, I think they did that by turning off delta hedging, because we were wrecking them with delta hedging.
No kidding, eh? Yeah, they're just they're trying everything. And that's what the hedge funds, if you look, we've been in the market for a while, if nothing bothers them and they just keep on doing their stuff, then they were winning. But as soon as we get our thing, the commercials come out, all the bots, and it just, they start hammering on us. They because they're bought and paid news, it's all negative. Even when there's a positive with AMC, it's negative on the news. That, you know, we got them. Okay, that's how they operate, right? When it's quiet, that's concerning. But yeah, that little dip today was awesome. A lot of people loaded up on that. Like that was beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting today. I can tell you that. I played it smart today, though.
Good.
I was in a bad position, and I'm comfortable with what I came out with. So
okay, good. Yeah, I don't like to see anybody get in a bad position, man.
You know.
Hello, everyone. I see we have mediocre trader up in the space call. I do see we have the lady KML from 8 Radio. I see you in there. Thank you for supporting us. But everyone is in the space call. Everyone, please go down into the stream and like and subscribe all the partners, from Froggy to Mediocre Trader. It's a whole list of them. Mr. Cam, Casey Shaw. It's a list, but all those are up here in the space call right now. Could you please go down and like the channel, please? And you can also go down and view. You can flip in space call and view like I do. You can just view it, like it, and continue to view it. Appreciate you, lady. KML from 8 Radio. Appreciate you.
Cool. Yeah. Thanks, Mom.
Let me see what
Jay, I'll answer your question on the Discord, buddy. I'm not going to do it on live, but I will answer your question. I seen it earlier.
Good afternoon, Wolf Pack and Frog Pack. Maybe that's what we should call it, Frog Pack. I don't know how do frogs roll.
I don't know. Hey, hop.
Hippity hoppity, buddy.
Hippity hop, the hippity hop frog pack. No, hippity. We'll think of something. We got time here. The ladies are good at making stuff like that up. That's who does all my stuff. They're good at making little sayings up. Where's Christy? She's good like that.
There's a question. You reckon we'll close Universe 1850? It looks like we'll probably get it, I think. We'll be close. I mean, you got room to move up to 1879 before you really get pushed down. And your resistance line that just popped up temporarily is at 1857. Let me pull that up on here so you can actually see it.
Right on, Jeff.
Like there's this little red bar right here. It's a temporary resistance, and it's 1856, 1857. And there's a line up here. That's your next main, major resistance, and it's basically 1880. So I think it's working its way there, but you can see here it's cooling off on the 5-minute. So this might be running out of steam, and that might be it for the day. It's going to be close, but 1850 is a pretty respectable run. I mean, you got 16%, and figure you actually created a bottom and you're bouncing off of it. So I don't know if it has the W or if this is just coming right off the bottom, but it does look good.
Yeah, we got 5 minutes left of the day. I'm looking at the chart right now, and the last candle was majority green, even though we have a red candle. But it's losing its momentum.
The
But we're
froggers.
still above water on the 5 minute. We're overbought on the RSI, so yeah, it's kind of going to lose momentum. But I think we're going to stick around this area for sure.
Well, if anybody sees this
Going into
little pink
close.
candle or this pink bar right here on the daily, that means the bottom has been established as of today. And if it holds it going into tomorrow and that pink bar gets smaller, that means it's going to start trending right back up. Now, I have no idea where it goes from there, but anything upward direction is definitely good. So you can see the cash is starting to flow back in. The RSI is way oversold, and we're just waiting for it to do its little cycle and let it pop back up there. Maybe we'll take a shot back at that 34. But right now it looks like without volume, you got 28.86 as like where it's set to go right now at this volume level, which is low. So you're still waiting for a breakout volume.
The frog
Hold
squad.
on, I'm going to show my
I
chart
like that.
too.
The frog
Give me a
squad.
second.
I see.
show my
Look at all the
chart,
names coming
talk
up
about
now,
something
bud.
real quick.
Sorry, mediocre. Sorry.
No,
Yeah,
you're good. I'm just adjusting my chart here. Hang on.
Look at all the ladies putting all these names up. You got to rate some of them down, man. They're pretty good. Some of them, and some of the guys too.
I like the frog squad. That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I do see some of y'all there in space call did come down in the chat. The rest of y'all who haven't been yet, or if you just not getting here, please come down into the chat and like it. I mean, many of you guys can also go over to mediocre, like it, subscribe, go over to Mr. Cam, like it, and subscribe. Come on, guys. We need the support. Thank you.
Raphael
I'm
says,
trying to get the window up.
Is he still have a channel? I thought he hung half of his people last 2 weeks ago. A lot of people lost money. They came over to me all upset and about options when the price went up high. Wow, he hung a lot of people on his channel. I feel sorry for them, man.
I'm not sure where he's saying short attacks will come soon unless they're trying to dip it more to go into the rip.
Short attacks, like ladder, like you mean a ladder attack?
Kind of like what we just seen for the last like 2 weeks has been pretty much all short attacks.
Oh, okay. No, I was just wondering terminology, like, because that could be taken a couple different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. I just feel sorry for some people, man. That sucks. It's not his money, so I don't know why he plays with people like that. It's pretty sad.
It's not letting me share my window. It's really
no.
Me angry.
Is it? Well, because do you have that overrode frog? Do you have it on?
No. It's the window that I want to share. It's not letting me share it.
Oh, okay.
It's not him. I haven't clicked it, but when I click the window button, it doesn't show me my window that I'm looking for.
There you go. There's an idea. Drop some hearts for Miss Harris in the chat.
Oh yeah. Jay's got Miss Harris's back there. They have teamed up. So yeah, Jay's really protective over Miss Harris. So he even said that. So he wouldn't. Yeah, she's got her own. Security defense system. She's got 7 guys that protect her around the market. So go ahead.
So maybe Froggy could bring back up his chart, but what I was going to say is I can't get my chart to come up. Is on the hourly time frame. If you look above his wedge, we broke above the wedge, basically.
Yeah, we just squeaked out of there. We're about 8 hours in on that, but there's a red check mark on the hour, which means there's a chance that it's going to double bottom before it goes up, because we don't technically have a W bottom. So you can see here we have a W, but it's descending. And usually when it breaks out, if it doesn't break out with force, it usually comes back down, retouches that line, and then it moves back up on that last leg. And if this does curve back down, that would be considered your neckline. So you'd be looking to break that. So I think it's still going to hit 1880 before it pulls back, and then go back down to 1713 before really running up with volume.
But my point, what I was trying to make, is that we readjusted the wedge yesterday, and we broke it today. So we gave them more room than what they deserved, and it broke the wedge. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, it's looking healthy now. Yesterday, somebody asked me if we hit the bottom. I couldn't see the bottom. It wasn't technically on the chart, but now you can see the bottom looks like it might be in, and there's a good chance that it could be setting up for that W, which would be perfect.
We closed at 1853.
Yeah, I got 1852 on this thing here, but that's close enough. GME up almost 4% at 150.62. HYMC up 8.5% to 217. That's all pretty good stuff there. Can't complain. It would be nice to get all these losses back and get back up there to 31.20 and get back on that roll, but got to give it some time.
Yeah, this is how we ran up last time. I remember is we would run up a little bit and then we would level off for a little bit and then we ran up. I think we took off from 17 and we just kept going the last time. I know everybody says 14. 14 was the original run up, but then we leveled off at 17 a little bit and then took off. I believe that's how it happened. Well, that's at least how I remember it. I don't know. I'll have to look at a chart, but.
Here's a good question. I've been really paying attention to this whole Ponzi scheme thing and realizing how many different things have Ponzi-like components in it. And it's actually kind of frightening. There's a lot of weird things in it where, I mean, like Social Security is a Ponzi scheme. I mean, you look at it, people that are buying in now are paying for the people that were already in. It's kind of the same thing. You start looking at like medical insurance. It's kind of the same thing. People that are paying for it now aren't the ones that are sick. They're paying for the ones that are sick.
What's the deal on that, Froggy? In the States, how much is your insurance, medical insurance? What is the deal on that? Because ours is all free in Canada.
Oh, I know. I wish ours was kind of more like your guys's.
Well, it's easy to structure like that. It's, but then your taxes go up though. That's the only. I don't know.
Because like up there,
but that's socialism. That's the problem.
Well, no, there's up there in Canada. Like if you overcharge on needed medical supplies, it's actually considered to be immoral, and they don't condone that stuff up there. They don't tolerate that. Down here, it's capitalism, and we run wild doing stupid stuff by 10x and the prices.
Yeah, like things for like what are those shots that you get? My
diabetes.
Son, like that. That's ridiculous. They don't put up with that up here. Same as those shots for bee stings and all that stuff. That is, we have to buy that from down in the States. Those things are $200 for one EpiPen. Now that's BS. That stuff's only like so. And then that, I can go on and on, but yeah, that is forbidden unless we have to buy it from the States. We just manufacture ourselves.
Yeah, it does sound like socialism when you give out free healthcare, but then it also kind of leaned up the system too, because for some reason, like, okay, so if you look at it up here, like, what is it? Like the welfare insurance, whatever you get, some places won't even accept it because they go and force the place that you're going through to take a discount, so they won't honor it. And
so I got a question.
Yeah.
All right. So here's my question. You ready? It's kind of not really a question, but I'm going to try and word it a specific way. I believe that the stock market and the pharmaceutical industry rule everything. Okay. So basically, the question is, do you believe that they have power over our government?
Well, if they can buy politicians, yeah, theoretically, that's how it works. If the one makes the money, they pay the politician, and the politician writes the rules so they can make more money. It's just a vicious cycle.
So it's not capitalism then?
Not really. It's more capital cronyism.
That's my point.
Thank you. Like everything works like that. Normally, it's supposed to be a cycle where it's like a check and balance. It's like paper, rock, scissors. Everything checks each other. But in this system, we got one that makes the money that pays the the politician to go and write the laws to go and make them more money. So it's a vicious cycle. And I don't know. I don't even know how you break it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did the market makers win today?
Let's go check Max Payne to see like what exactly the finish was. Now it won't matter. It doesn't exactly matter on the Max Payne till the end of the week. So, but let's see where it should have been.
They definitely made money today and yesterday.
So
they trapped people big time.
18.50 plus or minus 50 cents is Max Payne on AMC. As you can see, it's pretty much right there. I'll pull up GME. And GME is sitting at, wow, there's a lot of calls sitting at 150 for GME. That will be interesting. 147.20 or 147.50 looks like max pain plus or minus 2.5. Good chances they're going to pull back down GME from 150. If they don't, it's going to gamma next week. And that's what everybody wants for sure.
Crazy, man.
Oh, it looks pretty nuts. Let me pull this up over here so you guys can see it. I wish I could share
where's our names?
Oh, I got to pull down that.
I was just curious. That freaked me out.
Yeah, check that out. Right there, 150 calls. There's a huge stack of them. And if they stay in the money tomorrow, I mean, it's a gamma for Monday, and you'll get a nice run on Monday.
Wow.
So can't beat that at all.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah, AMC whipsawed everybody and trapped them with their bull trap, bear trap crap. They got a lot of people. I know they did.
Let me see. We got another question here.
Mm-hmm.
There's questions asking about the John Wick.
Yeah, it's been going crazy, dude. All over my chat this morning and on AB's channel, and just it's been all over, my friend. That's what I was wondering. We should try to. So I was thinking, trying to give our take on it. Just people have been asking us, and a lot of them are our followers, right? So,
well, anybody's entitled to their opinion of the squeeze and how it plays out. And if I don't know exactly what he said.
Yeah, we should. Yeah.
So, I mean, if he's saying he doesn't believe it's going to happen and he wants out, I mean, every person's entitled to that. But, I mean, you can't force him to stay in. I just kind of wish he was smart enough to see it in the play.
Well, that's his own opinion, though. Right?
Yeah, everybody that does technical analysis can clearly see that the play is solid.
Yeah.
Does it's he just a matter of
do charts? Have you ever seen him pull up I've never seen him do. I don't know. There's different types of creators, and I've explained that on my channel. And that's up to him. He can create anything he wants. But the thing is if you're going to talk about something, you should have a chart or something that you're going to relate to.
I agree. Just like AB Investments, he should try using charts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think anybody should be using charts. I mean, because TA does work, and that's the reason why. I mean, how did everybody find out that this is a squeeze play? Mm-hmm. You ain't going to hear it from the news. Yeah. I mean, you had to look at technical analysis to figure it out that it's a squeeze play. That's why everybody's in here. And, like, he might just be I mean, anybody that's been in the play for a year is probably frustrated. So, I mean, if you don't do DD or technical analysis, you probably feel blind at this point. I don't know what he exactly does. I know he's very passionate, but like everybody's passionate about the play. At one point, somebody's been ticked off about it.
I'll say this. There's people out there who say technical analysis doesn't work. And to those people, oh, you agree that technical analysis doesn't work?
No. That what it does work. I thought you said like there's two different sides to it.
It does.
Sorry, I misheard you. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Correct, everybody.
Well, AB doesn't seem to think so.
He doesn't use charts. He just does his thing.
Exactly.
Like he'll make, like, for instance, he talks about Adam Aaron and stuff. I've never heard him go into like a chart. This doesn't work on
he just says TA doesn't work.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say.
That's his own opinion, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
People shouldn't be saying things that they have no proof of, is my point. Right? Okay. If you don't think TA works.
Yeah, I never heard him say it, but I believe you if you said that, because I
trust me, he said it.
Yeah. Well, I know that both are important on a play, but I mean, if you look at what the hedge funds use, they obviously use TA to go figure out all their stuff for their algorithms and stuff that they use. Yeah. I don't think they factor in news on any robot thing that they concoct. So, but I mean, like I said, everybody knows that this is a squeeze play. It's solid until the shorts cover. Just like Phil Ferrell says, if the shorts haven't covered, or have the shorts
Exactly.
covered, what are we talking about? You know, like it's still a play.
Yeah,
But
that's correct. Yeah.
maybe he didn't get that memo. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to bash him until I get to watch the video, and I probably won't bash him. It's his own personal opinion. I mean, if he wants to bow out, let him bow out. I kind of wish he wouldn't have made a negative video about it, because
all I'm going to say is basically, you know, you need technical analysis to get to that point of a short squeeze, right? You don't just
you
get
need
there.
something.
Exactly, right? So what are you just going to go off of the data that says there's 21% short interest?
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
You need some sort of technical analysis to say.
Well, you have to compare it. Like, I know what you're saying 100%. It doesn't make that's like there's a lot of examples. I know.
So, I mean, I'm not picking on the guy. He can have his own opinion, but you know, I hate when people put out opinion pieces when it comes to this and not factual pieces.
Oh, don't worry.
I'll
be talking to him. Don't worry. He's a good friend, so it's all good.
I don't really care if someone backs.
No, not John, not Snipe. No, I'm talking about my buddy.
I mean, because I know some people don't believe TA works, and I've heard comments. I don't really worry about it because I know it works, because that's how day traders are born, and they're everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen one day trader work off of news unless they're getting smoked.
Yeah, I just know the guy does good options and makes good money on, just like you guys do, right?
Oh yeah.
You know, you're not going to win every play. That's just, you're not.
No,
definitely tell you every single time it's going to run this way or that way. You know what I mean? It could go whatever, but it gives you
got to have a mind,
an idea,
and you got to figure it out, weigh your option. Yeah,
exactly.
You got to use your own head on stuff like that a little bit. Yeah, I know. That's just growing and learning as a person too, right? Part of that.
My point, what I'm trying to say though is, if you don't have any TA and you're saying stuff like that, and I'm not picking on John Wick at all. I'm just saying that you shouldn't put information out like that when you don't have the evidence to support it. That's all I'm trying to say. And I'm not picking on anybody.
That's what I'm saying. There should be something there. I agree.
I like some of these names. I'm just now getting to it. It's
cool. See, I told you there's
Chris had his hand up for a long time. I think he's in his semi-driving, so he was in the chat, but I think he's driving still in the semi, so he can come up and ask a question.
Who is it?
Thank you, Eric.
Okay, Eric, floor is yours, man.
Hey, can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I wanted to talk, I got a question as well as a statement and whatever. And I agree with play. This is a solid play as far as the short plays go. There's not even any arguing that. I don't even know how anybody can argue that. But this other thing about these options, I've been laying awake at night thinking about it while I'm driving. And I hear a lot of people talk about buying. Now, this is the key, buying puts, and that's a problem because buying puts is bearish. Selling puts, on the other hand, is bullish when the stock is going up. You do the exact opposite with the calls. When you buy calls, it's bullish. When you sell calls, it's bearish, and it has that type of action on the price. And I think a lot of people are misconstruing some of that stuff, but it's pissing a lot of people off. And just the word "put" will make someone mad. You know what I mean?
I agree. You sound like you know about options, which is nice because I can ask you a quick question. We did a breakdown on the trades Astra thing. Nothing against them. Not trying to bash them. I mean, I get what they're trying to do, but in my opinion, instead of doing the puts for hedging, why couldn't we just buy deeper in the money calls and force more delta hedging?
Right. I think that can be played so many different ways. But the key here is that you got to understand what options do before you start messing around with them. And I just really implore everybody that doesn't know about options, that doesn't feel confident with them, let's just stay away from them. I mean, the squeeze is going to squeeze. We can speed it up and push it this way and that way and whatever. But just in my opinion, like I said, it's a solid play, and we don't need to mess around in options. Now, if you want to make some extra money, I can't stop you. But
I got a question for you.
When you buy puts, it's bearish. When you sell them, when you write the sale, when you sell puts, it's bullish. So, and it drives price up. So
I got a question for you.
You
ready? All right. So what happens if you buy a put, the price drops, you make your money, you decide to execute? What happens?
This is the other part of the equation. What if the price did drop and it got executed?
Well, the covered put that you sold, you know,
it's not a covered put. It's not a covered put.
It's going to screw you.
Yeah.
If you buy a put,
like I said, I just suggest not to even mess around in them if you don't know what you're doing. But if you do, you
Agreed.
do. You know,
I 100% agree with you.
And it's just been keeping me away because a lot of people have been saying, a lot of different YouTubers, about balancing it out and whatever, and pushing max pain and whatever to push it this way or that way or whatever. Well, the thing is, you know, buying puts is just not good ever when you are going along on the security in a squeeze play.
That's not 100% true. So I'm gonna play devil's advocate really quick. If you buy a put and you drive the price down and you execute that put, that means the market maker has to sell you those shares, right? Which makes it a bullish.
Yeah, if you execute.
Can I finish?
If you execute
if you execute them, it makes it a bullish move. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I agree that people who don't play options probably shouldn't. If you don't understand what you're doing,
that's right.
I agree.
Yeah, a lot of people won't execute them. It's like, what, 10% get executed, which is kind of low.
And you buy that.
Yeah, it's a really complicated thing, especially when you're doing it where the price is. When you got to figure where the price is at or where it's going to be or whatever. You know, depending on in the money, out of the money, depending on, you know, selling them and then buying them and exercising them. I mean, there's a lot.
Yeah,
there.
that's what I was talking about. Buying. You can buy that back. You have a choice of buying back, don't you? If you're out of the money,
you can, even if you're out of the money, you can execute and buy the shares.
You have a choice of buying it,
even if you lose. Yep. Even if you're losing money.
Okay. Perfect.
You could buy the shares. That's
so they don't go to the hedge funds correctly. Right.
There
you go.
You just paid more for your shares.
You just.
That's kind of why the reason I brought this up is not to.
That's a good. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
Like that. And it's just to prove that what they are saying is true. Okay, it can help in a way, but the part that I disagree is that there's so many people that, and I'm not a financial advisor. There's so many people that don't know options that will probably try this and it won't end well for them. And that's the part that I disagree with.
I agree. It's
Agreed.
That's scary. That's scary, man. That's
totally agree.
Yeah. Money's hard to come by nowadays, man. It's not like back in the day when you were younger and it was just abundance of it. Yeah.
Well, one of my things was I was looking at the buying deeper into money calls because the theta decay is a lot lower. So you get burn up less. So you can buy further out. It does cost more money, but you lose less money and they have to delta hedge more. So your theta decay, instead of losing 50% after so long, you would lose like $20 a week, $25 a week. And that's way better than buying just inside the money. And that's just what I was looking at, was being a possibility, was doing something like that, because theta burn kills. And then you can still turn around and sell calls and offset that loss.
I think we figured it out. Froggy and I were sitting there one night messing around. It was like $20 a week or something, right?
Yeah. Okay. And it was shocking because I never knew that if you got that deep in the money, that, the price is like 4 times higher in price.
$20 a week, that's it?
Yeah.
That's all it costs you to hold a call option.
What?
Yeah. And you
see why it's worth it?
Wolfpack, we're hitting the market. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Don't. Just we'll talk first.
We were sitting here trying to calculate. That's what people really should be talking about. Froggy's right. I kind of do agree with that.
But the problem is a lot of people buy out the money and there's no guarantee you're getting delta hedge. They're supposed to be delta hedging your out the money calls if they don't do it, then you don't get upward pressure.
I'm glad we're talking about this stuff because there's so much uncertainty about this, and I've learned a lot, definitely. Like I'm not an options guy, 100%. I'm not, but I'm gonna be because I'm learning some good stuff here. I'm definitely gonna be going and monkeying around with a little bit just to see how it goes, right? But I'm long on my positions. Like I'm not touching with the AMC with my positions. Just be clear on that. And I've already make lots of money on the market, right? Every 3 weeks, I get thousands of dollar paychecks from my dividends, thousands, right? So it is what it is. But there's ways to do little top ups. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's awesome. Who was that gentleman that called? I want to show him out.
Eric, is it Eric Ape?
Yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you,
I'm
my
here.
friend. Thank you, brother, for calling in.
Your name, Eric Ape Catil.
Thank you, brother. That was awesome. You just activated something that should have been talked about. And thank you, Mediocre and Froggy.
Yeah. Thank
that
you,
was a
man.
good
I wasn't
topic.
trying to be disrespectful at all, so don't
No,
take it the wrong way.
I didn't take it as that.
Awesome.
I like educated investors because, like, I love a good, intelligent conversation on important matters because it helps everybody else too when you start seeing. Because, like, everybody's wondering, should we be buying puts? Not really, but I don't want to like bash Trey and Astro saying that that's a bad idea. Let them push their.
They left an open-ended conversation, though. That was the problem. They left it open. They didn't educate people on how much you can lose. What was the best way?
Well,
that's what happened. Then that's why we had to clear that up for our own guys, people, girls.
They wanted people to get more educated about it. I get it. It makes sense, but
which happened.
I think that's what they wanted too.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Because if you're educated and you got the money to risk, right, and you do that, then as long as you got the money, even if you lose, you can still walk away with shares. You might pay a little more for them, but at least you walked away with something. I think that's kind of why they were trying to say. I'm not 100% sure, but
because I typically wouldn't buy a put on big red candles, and we've been down for like 11 straight days. You would never see me buy a put on anything with 11-day drop. I mean, I would have to be foolish. Even if I was hedging, I still wouldn't do it. I don't typically hedge. I just take my win to loss ratio and I just roll with it. I mean, hedging, I mean, it does make sense. I mean, tomorrow I kind of did a little bit of hedging. I sold some calls for tomorrow and I'll make a quick, 10-15% off of those, which, that's not bad. And I'm still making money on the move up. So
you sell calls on.
Tesla.
Have you done good on Tesla?
Yeah, I got the whole gain for today, and as long as it stays below 150, I made some easy premium. So,
okay, cool.
Or not 150, 1050. I pick a price that I don't think it's going to get to, and I just sell the calls because I can't just let my money sit there and that's it, just keep growing. I figure tomorrow I'll keep rolling. If we get a bump on it, I could have sold it today, walked away with all the profits, locked it in, but I figure I want to hold for one more day. I'll sell the premium, make the extra gains. Hopefully it goes up at least a couple bucks. Yeah. And then I can make the premium and I can make that gain that I got from tomorrow too.
I have a question about taxes on that. Okay, when you buy, I just wanted to answer that because I know a lot of people were wondering this. Okay, if you buy, obviously when you buy a stock, you hold it. And when you do sell, you have to pay taxes on it, right? So the capital loss, if you have more than a year, you get a little bit of a loss. It's not that much. But if you sell it before the year, obviously you pay the full premium. What about options and stuff like that? Do you have to pay taxes on each one you do, or is it at the end of the year consolidated from their broker and then they just give you a certain amount and then you pay the taxes on that? How does that work?
Usually everything with options is short term, so you got to pay that at the end of the year anyways.
Just like it's all in one kick committal, you don't have to add them. Okay,
yeah,
okay, I understand. You just add all the money together and then you pay the taxes on it, right?
Your realized gains.
Okay. Okay, just curious, man. Just curious.
Yep.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. Here's a good question by Beverly. It says Big Pharma pays for our news media. 6 corporations own all news medias by design. I think there's a lot of truth to that, but I haven't got into it, but I do know that our media is definitely acting broken. So is Big Pharma. So I wouldn't doubt any of that was close to reality because what do they do with their money? I mean, they short, like big pharma is shorting down companies so they can buy them out. Like look at PROG. They drove the price of that down. Someone's going to scoop that up eventually.
Yeah, that's right.
Term limits on all elected positions would fix a bunch of the BS. I agree.
Yeah, but you got to get
100%.
them to vote for it. You know,
Yeah.
Would you vote to lose your job? That's the problem.
That's exactly it. How can we convince them to go
I
in and do
don't
the right thing?
disagree with you at all, by the way. Go ahead, Froggy. I'm sorry.
That's the broken part of the system. You got to get them to vote for things that's actually best for the country. Obviously, term limits would be best for the country, but I mean, can we force them to do it? No. I mean, at that point, they don't want to do it. Hold tight says TA works ? It has it worked for the last year? It has. I've actually made a lot of money on it.
WM, I respect Casey Shaw and his opinion. I'll tell you that much right now. Okay, and he knows that. And we've talked behind scenes actually today. I put the truth out, and that's just what I do.
If TA didn't work, you wouldn't see hedge funds rolling around in the market as whales. This is I made a video on this actually. Pfizer was a sponsor for the Academy Awards and have a drug coming out for alpaca. So just too much of a coincidence. So right on. I like the fact that people are paying attention to the little details that are out there because like they don't want us to look at that kind of stuff.
No. They want to fool everybody. What do they call that? The Mockingbird media or whatever? I don't know what it's called.
Well, that's where they parrot the same message. So like one comes out with a comment and they all say the same exact words. And it's so weird. Like one could chirp one weird like punchline and they will all say the same thing. And it's like you could tell they're all working together.
I like Beverly.
Yeah, she's pretty cool, eh? Yeah. Cool.
Sorry.
Oh, it's all good.
Jeff says the only TA I use is a 1348 and a 200 moving average on the MACD.
Yeah,
That's
Jeff's
actually a pretty solid combo.
Yeah, he's smart. Jeff's smart.
I would say Jeff knows what's going on because that's exactly what I use.
He does, man. Yeah. Definitely purebred wolf, man. There.
Yeah, that's a good combination. I mean, that's pretty much, I can't say foolproof, but it's solid. I mean, there's going to be anything in the market can change in an event and stuff. As you can see, like Fed print money, boards, different stuff. I mean, it throws off technical analysis, but I mean, you win more often than you lose, so it's easy to make money.
I have a question. It says, Froggy, do you see Tesla reaching as high as Amazon?
Ooh, good question. I'm not sure. What is Amazon trading at now? Didn't it split?
Does anybody even buy that stuff anymore?
What, Amazon? Yeah.
No, the blue chip.
Amazon's 3,100 with a market cap of 1.5 trillion.
Holy crow! Whoa.
It's a big boy. Yeah, let me pull.
Holy
I got a chart here. I can pull up. And there's Tesla trading at 1,000 with a market cap of basically 0. Yeah, I can easily see Tesla catching up to Amazon. I would say it's going to do it within 2 years.
So Amazon's one of the biggest then, obviously. It's up there, top tier, eh?
It's a big boy. I think Apple is bigger.
Yeah. Not by,
Yeah, they're at 2.7, which is, geez, oh man.
Jesus. Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, I see Tesla, maybe not like stock price wise. I don't think they're going to get there like short term because it's 1,000 to 3,000's a move. But I think Tesla moving 50% higher. I think it's very possible. You figure they expanded the Giga Berlin. They added Giga Texas. They've doubled their plant size so they can double their production. Usually that means that their stock price will probably double. So, I mean, conservatively saying they only go up 50%. and they match up within 2 years, which is again conservative. I think they can probably catch them within a year. So, but as long as the economy stays the same, nothing changes, I think it will play out that way. But if something goofy happens, like, COVID 2.0 or something weird happens, which you're hearing all that mess over in China now.
It's already in Canada, man. It's already over here.
Even if the whole market dropped, I think Tesla will still match them market cap wise within a year. So, because people want the EVs, I know everybody uses Amazon, but the profit is sitting in Tesla's lap.
I see you have your friend in the chat, the Common Sense Investor. The Common Sense Investor's in the chat.
Hey, what's going on, CSI? How you doing, man?
What's up, man?
Yeah, check out Common Sense Investor. He does do some pretty good work over there. I know he's cracking those algos and getting information on that stuff. So stop over and check him out. Channel's called Common Sense Investor.
It's not that common, though.
I have a question, Jeremy. It says, Froggy, if AMC stays above the VWAP, is that a strong chance for helping to start a squeeze?
If anything, once you get up there above it, usually it comes back down. They usually attack it. I know at some point we're going to break the entire, we have to break the market maker's algo. And once you break the algo, instead of shorting it, short volume, instead of making it 58%, it will drop it down to 38%, and they'll let it go. And that's what we have to do. And I think it's done by volume. When you crank the volume up to a certain level, that it messes up the algorithm and allows it to start running more freely. And that's one of the things that happened back in June. There was a lot of buying pressure in the dark pool, and then you had FOMO on top of it. And with that volume surge, we end up breaking the algo, because I think that I'm just guessing there's like a shutoff point on that algo once you trade the full the float of the stock. So once you get to a certain point, it snaps it and the number comes down drastically. I did videos on this way back, talking about how there was a glitch in the matrix on the algo for AMC and GME back in January, and then same exact thing repeated again in June for AMC. So whatever's causing that little glitch in the algorithm, I think it has something to do with high volume. So if you see us get back up to 520 million, I think that might be the switch that messes that thing up. So that's what we need, is high volume, I think. Plus, a gamma squeeze would help too, a little bit of gamma ramping. Pokey HS or Pokies says also TA helps when the stock is so manipulated. It's tough. It's actually tough to do TA on AMC and GME. So typically you correlate it with the market, which is like SPY, and you check SPY for the pattern, and you figure when it goes up, it's going to pull AMC and GME up. And that's typically what a lot of people have been doing, is using a different indicator to try to predict the direction that it's going to move with. And that's why they use SPY. Some use IWM, stuff like that. Number letters. TA does matter. Why do you think they attack at critical points? Exactly. They attack at certain points to go and curve the momentum. They shut down the momentum or any chance of FOMO.
Number letters knows what's going on. I can say that.
Yeah. You can see when you're about to do a breakout, gold cross is coming. Also, there's a massive attack or a shutdown and a change of direction. This one here still cracks me up, the LMNOP. That whole spiel, that's pretty cool, because I didn't think that was going to mess up the Twitter algos.
Yep. To the moon, LMNOP.
I have a question. It says, Froggy,
Yeah.
AMC went super bearish after the morning bell. Is that a sign that the hedges are covering?
What happened?
AMC was bearish at the bell
AMC went
this morning.
super bearish after the morning bell. Is that a sign that the hedges were covering?
No. Covering, if they cover, the price would go up.
Yeah.
And when the price goes up, like the only way that they can cover is like the cash would flow into the stock, not out. So there was cash movement in. I don't think that was any covering at all or enough to make a difference.
Depends what hedging. It depends short or long. There's two different types. There's hedges cover all the time, right? The shorts, the weeklies, monthlies. It's always been like that on every stock. The longs are a short play, right? Just we're talking longs, okay? You know what I mean? Because the short is the weekly short. That's why the price jumps up and down on the short interest. Okay, the longs are the ones that we got against the wall. They can't do nothing. They're screwed. They have to close those positions. Eventually, that's what we are waiting for, right? So there's so they're clear on that.
You mean like a long-term short?
We're the longs. Okay. There's shorts that has nothing to do with AMC. That doesn't hurt us. Doesn't do anything. That happens on all stocks. That's the weekly. The long short, like the short play for the long. That's the ones we got up against the wall. They're messed. They can't do nothing. They gotta close those positions eventually, and the place. And that's what we're waiting for.
Yeah, they're just paying interest.
They are. They're getting hammered on right now. Like it just gets worse and worse. Like last year, I forget how many billions that they were down. Remember? Did you guys heard that? They stopped reporting that for some reason. They were doing that every month, reporting that they're this many billions down that we're getting. I haven't seen any of that. Have you?
Typically, whenever they're down X amount of billions, it's supposed to like go into our stock price. And then they found a way to gobble that back out so we don't get those gains. And I don't know how, like, you figure it's almost like we were driving it up and they were still skimming off the top and they were holding us down. But I'll tell you this, whenever they do get forced into covering, like
it's going to snap.
It's going to be dirty.
Man. It is going to go.
Has anybody looked into the order book and just started adding up the shares that are available to be purchased? Just add the whole book up and see how many millions of shares that are on that order book.
I'll see it 3 months later. But yeah, I know what you're saying.
If you take all the sell orders that are currently on the market right now, there's probably not even 5 million shares available.
That's crazy.
So how are they going to get 130? Have you seen crypto when they run out of tokens to buy? When there's no more sellers? It just shoots to the moon. Like gone. I used to look for crypto that had only a very few amount of sellers left, because then you just buy in and eat those, and then you'd force the price to a ridiculous price. That's what we're sitting on right now. There's no sellers. They know it. When they're forced to go purchase, when that sell book turns to zero and there's none available, they have to walk up that wall. And there's 130 million shares that have to be purchased back. That's honestly reported.
And that's real shares, not synthetics. That's real shares they have to buy.
Honestly reported. Yeah.
That's crazy.
They don't have to report the truth on it.
That's crazy. We're going to do really good, my friends. As Boss Plunge, we're going to be friggin' rich. I didn't swear, but I love it when he does that. I just wanted that on a recording, man. We're going to be rich guys. He goes, I love it. I love that. That's such a pump video, man.
He's got the best sayings.
Oh, yeah. He's pretty cool, man.
Uh-oh.
Was that your tummy?
Nope, that's the mail carrier's coming.
Oh, the mailman. I thought that was your stomach. I'm like, whoa, dude.
Oh, is that when I hear something growling in the background?
That was funny. Oh, is your dog ready to go at this time every day?
Every day.
Right on. At least you know when somebody's coming to the house.
You ready, Froggy? I'm waiting for you to get going.
Is your dog getting ready? Let's hear it. Listen for the dog. Can you hear it?
Yeah. That's awesome. That's freaking out.
Here's a good point too. Hedge funds don't use TA; they use insider information. I wouldn't doubt that at all.
Hey,
because Nancy Pelosi, I mean, she don't do any TA at all, and she's killing it. So I wonder how she's doing that. It probably is all insider information. I wouldn't doubt it because she's got a portfolio. All she got to do is mock it and make money. That's why the one guy that is over my Facebook Wall Street Bets page, he got banned. That Nancy Pelosi tracker or whatever it was,
Yeah.
he got banned for posting her trades.
Oh,
What?
on Twitter.
Yeah,
What is?
that Nancy Pelosi tracker, he
Yeah.
got banned. Like I think it was a permaban for posting her trades.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's all public information. Anybody can go find it. What like all of a sudden you get banned on Twitter for that? That's crazy.
That Twitter's that Twitter's crazy, man. There's a lot of people they've banned. Lots of our members have been banned. Like just for mentioning
Unusual Whales. You have to go to their website to get it, but the information is still available.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Dog's at it again.
Oh yeah, the dog's got it. Good dog you didn't have that dog squeeze ready. So in case this yeah, like that. There you go. It's to the roof.
That's Froggy. That's why I didn't mute my mic this time. I was waiting for the dog so he can do his little.
I thought I heard it growling. I was like,
it was growling.
Oh man, I love this. We have so much fun on here. I like this, man. This is good. Is that a wolf? Oh, Diane's asking, is that the wolf? Yeah.
Hold tight. So this is why you guys are approaching.
Dana, sorry, Dana. I did it again, Dana.
I never claimed to be a pro trader.
Trader's correct. I
this is why you guys are. Yeah. What happened?
But I hear you. But Froggy's locked up.
Froggy, look at him. He's frozen. He's ready for a squeeze.
I believe you have to have TA in order to be good.
You're freezing up, bro.
Hold on. The internet's there again.
Is it? You're pulling some matrix stuff on us. You're gonna be stuck on the wall. I got it right
properly today.
Okay, thanks. Thank you, yeah, Mrs. Young. Oh yeah, I need to do a video chat with you, Mrs. Young. Too. I got a bunch. That thing's been. I got so many to do. That channel. That thing's growing like it's crazy. That's crazy. I'm glad that I'm getting a chance to talk to all of you live. It's awesome. Like so much cool. So cool.
So Frog, answer that question again because I want to hear your comment to hold tight. This is why you guys are pro trader.
In order to be a good trader, you have to know TA. There's no way you can call yourself a good trader without doing TA, and you still have to do DD. So you can't just be like a Super Bowl team has to have a good offense and defense. A good trader has to have TA and DD. So it's just a no-brainer. You can't.
Good or pro? There's a difference between good and pro, too.
Well, pro, I don't really know if there's anybody that's really pro. I mean,
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
You're either 51% or better who make money, or you don't make money, and that's just it. There's
yippers, yippers.
Or you could do like I do and donate a lot. Donation.
As long as you're not donating it to the stock market.
I would say don't give it to the market maker.
That's where I donate. No, I'm teasing.
I know I know you are, buddy. I know.
I've had some bad days there. I won't.
Oh yeah, TSI's on or CSI's. Oh yeah, Coco. This guy needs to get his membership. CSI is supposed to send you some money for your membership, bud. This guy's been. I've asked. He's been so patient. Poco. I'm gonna rate him a comment right now. He's on your channel. It's on your channel. Well, he can see. We can cross post, right?
You have to come over on my side. And
I'll be over. I'm coming over. I just want to make sure that this guy gets dealt with here. He's been waiting patiently. Thanks, brother. Okay, Wolfpack, I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to Froggy's house.
Got any more questions? What are we doing here?
Oh, I'm still reading through stuff.
Are you?
Just teasing, bro. Just teasing.
Brendan. Hey, brother. This guy's got a good channel, YouTube channel, too.
Oh, yeah. My to-do list is starting to blow back up. It's mainly bills. You don't want to see those things hanging up there. A couple things on the one end is actually projects I got to work on, too, during the summer. So I got metal parts that I make and stuff that I sell, and I got to get into doing those this summer.
Wait, how's your printer thing going? That printer, that that stuff? Have you made anything cool yet?
Oh, I made.
No,
They're
see some of your
basically like
stuff here, bud.
a Polaroid. I made a whole bunch of pictures.
Yeah, Froggy makes cool stuff. You showed me the other day.
I got to clean these things up here, but actually, I think you got to look at them
Oh.
backwards. But yeah, you might not be able to see that. Let me turn it around. Yeah, there you go.
That's
But
cool.
they're pictures of different things. Like you can see people in them. So I made that for a friend of mine. Her sister passed away, so she wanted a bunch of pictures, and then I got a little light box that these things go in, and it lights up all kinds of different colors with a remote. I got to clean them up so I can get them shipped out. But they print pretty good. They got like a little edge on the bottom and stuff, and that's pretty much all I got to clean up. But I made a whole bunch of her pictures here, and then they're basically like Polaroids. But fun little project. You could do any picture. I could put it in, convert it within seconds, and have it up on the printer in minutes.
That's cool, buddy. Hey, Mediocre Trader, have you seen any of the stuff that he's done? Making?
Just what he just showed there. I didn't know any of that.
Yeah, you just made some ape stuff, didn't you? The ape.
Yeah, I got
Check
these
this
little
out.
diamond hand trophies, which I thought about giving these away. I got a bunch more of these.
That's pretty dope.
I've already sold almost like 100 of them.
Tell me what you guys think of this. I shared you a window.
Yeah, go ahead.
When you're done,
Fire some stuff
finish
up.
what you're doing. Then let me know when the window's shared.
He's done.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
You see that chart?
Yeah.
Tell me what you guys think.
Oh, you did a backdrop. That's neat. That's for your intro. I like it. I like how it distorts and comes back, man. That's cool.
I'm about to
Kava? Did you do that one? Canva or whatever it is.
No, what's the other one? There's another one.
I don't know, Froggy. Which did Froggy give it to you, the program, or
is it?
No.
Oh, I like that.
Cool.
What is that?
That's cool, dude. I like that. That's dope, man.
Hold on. That's a video. We don't need that.
Oh, that was on your video the other day.
Oh, that's cool. The one I'm using right now. Did you pay for it?
Filmora. No, free.
Yeah. It's free?
Yeah. No. Well,
free,
you can get it free, but it has a watermark that goes like all the way across the screen. Oh, yeah. That's the one I'm using. It's so easy to use.
There's a watermark on it?
Yeah. Once you go to download it to use it, it's going to put just a huge, nasty watermark on it.
I downloaded it, but it won't. It's a file that I can't. I don't know. That's what I got to figure out later how to mess with.
But it's like saying corrupt on it, or it won't open.
No. It's a special file name and whatever. I have another software upstairs on my other computer. I'm going to go up and tell my son he's going to have to send it to me from my other YouTube channel. So I know I can make videos for free. So
last night when I was making my intro, that's the exact same software I was using.
You know Connor on here? Connor on my channel, that's who does all my stuff. He's a digital designer. That's Connor. That's the guy, Froggy, that I was telling you about. I don't know. Can you see that coming up? He's in the purple. I don't know. Oh, Connor Truvoli. That's who does all my stuff. He's actually firing up a YouTube channel. He's the best of the best, man. The guy rocks at everything. Does all the wolf sounds into the intros and all that stuff. He's been doing it for a long time. He's on our server. Yeah. Say hi to you. Thank you, Connor. And he's working on some new stuff for us too.
Yeah, we'll have to talk afterwards about the.
Yeah, Connor, I told you I'd talk to Froggy. There you go. I told you I'd talk to him. He wants to talk to you, but yeah, he does all music, all that stuff, and he's dope, man. So yeah. Anyways, guys,
I'm still reading. For some
Are you reading?
If you guys find a comment, go ahead and just read it.
Oh, okay.
See if you guys can pull it up. See if you can scroll over top of it and it says show, because you should have that control.
No, I had to pull you off as that user thing the other, because I fired up my show and all of a sudden something happened in your, remember we were having that issue?
Yeah, it's for some reason it lets you load in as Froggy, which is weird.
Yeah, I was like, holy frog, I'm hosting the Froggy show. That was weird. It was weird, man. You were at work, and I'm like, oh no, what's going on here, man?
Oh yeah, here's the getting options in such high V is just like asking to lose, even if the stock moves in your way, but slowly. Partially true, but like one way to get around that is actually buying deeper in the money calls, because that's where your theta, even though it says 140%, you still pay about 20 to 25 bucks for the week on your option. And then when it moves, you move 92% instead of like 50% when you're out the money. When you're out the money, you have like nasty theta decay, which will eat like all or at least half of your money. And it does cost more, but it's like, I mean, you get what you pay for. So I've been looking at deep in the money.
Yeah, we were doing some research. Froggy's really good, man. When he cut with that stuff, he's like, so when we're talking about it, he got my attention, but I haven't really looked into it yet, other than the conversation I had with him. But it sounds like it could work.
It's just a thought, Roland, because I want to see like less out the money, more in the money, and more delta hedging, because that would force a squeeze.
The problem is it's less contracts because it's more money, you know.
Yeah, instead of
Depending on
going
how
out
many
the money and
contracts you do.
losing all your money, you can go in the money and create delta pressure. And then if they don't honor it, which they should, like if it does move $1, you get 92 bucks on that contract instead of being outside the money. If you're like a couple strikes out, you only get like half that dollar, so you get 50 bucks. So it does cost you about 3 to 4 times the price to get, more, but your percentage of gain is lower, but your theta damage is actually so much lower. So in my opinion, like you actually contribute more to the movement by buying something that's delta hedgeable now than something that never becomes delta hedgeable.
Yeah.
Because
Crazy, man.
delta hedging creates gamma ramps, that creates gamma squeezes, that creates MOAS.
Yes,
And if they don't delta hedge out the money, then you can't make any movements.
So yeah, this one right here. I did answer it on the chat, but I'll answer it obviously. But ticker, I got about 200,000 into ticker symbol SU, and I'm going to probably jump another 250,000 into ticker T. I'm big in a dividend. I made large money on it, but it's for retirement. It's dividend. If you keep on putting your position, like the money that you get, I just keep on recirculating and buying more shares with it. Okay. I do use some of it for living on. That's how I'm stayed retired, right? And it'll be like that for the rest of my life. It just goes up and up and up. Yeah, it just and then that's without the MOAS. And yeah, I'm gonna put large into it. You got to remember that you're only insured for here in Canada. It's 100,000 per account. So you got to open up a couple accounts to do it in, okay? Or else you're not insured. They'll take your money for sure, but you got to protect yourself.
And just think, if you were selling calls that were pretty far out the money, you could add that on top of your dividend and keep accumulating faster.
Oh, you'd be wow. But I have it planned that in 10 years that'll be worth $500,000 million. Okay, that's how it works. Okay.
What's the percentage of annual pay on T for
annual? Well, on the every 3 month 3%. Ticker symbols like more than that.
At all. Anything over 10 is pretty nice, especially if it's a big blue chip.
Well, that's what it is. That's what it is, right? So that's 300. That's $900 I get on that.
And what's SU?
Suncor Energy up in Canada. It's a gas field. That's where most of the gas gets shipped to the States, right? That's why I know I welded up there. I welded a bunch of gas when I was welding gas, capping gas wells. That's why I know all this stuff saying we're running out of fuel is BS.
Oh,
Canada has tons up here capped that they're tapped, ready to go. And that's like, I know a lot about that. I spent half my life working in the oil patch, right? And that's $400 to $600 an hour welding those caps.
Here you go. Here's a question for you. What's OPEC actually do?
OPEC? What do you mean OPEC?
That's the ones that regulate how much oil is allowed in the market.
I don't know anything about. I'm talking about the welding the caps.
No, I'm talking about the oil supply. They
I don't know.
Regulate the world oil supply.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. They lie, dude, about all that stuff. They coherd with like say Saudi or like over Middle East. There's so much oil over there, and that's the same with the diamond industry. It's all BS. It's all BS. But I'm going to pull up ticker symbol T here. This is the one I'm targeting for after the squeeze. Okay. I'm going to pull it up right now. I'm going to let my indicator. Okay, here we go. I'll show you guys something since we're live here. I'll show you. Okay. It's good. And and this stuff goes up. The thing with dividends go up and down with that.
Now, here's a question. Now, I know you like the dividend plays. How much do you have to pay
10%.
on capital gains on dividend?
You just got to pay whatever the stock is on it. So like if you gain at the end of the year, up here in Canada, 38, depends on what it is.
So
right?
it's based upon long-term, short-term?
It's the same as your shares that you would here. But there's a way to, if you got it in your tax-free savings account, you don't pay taxes. Okay.
Yeah.
And if you keep it circulating, right? That's the trick. And because of my, I've had reconstructive spinal cord surgery after that accident. I have all steel plates in my neck. I get that dividend, or I get that disability account, which is tax free, right? So that helps too. So anybody that is like got anything like that where they've been hurt and they're certified by the government for a disability, there's a DTC account that you can open up. I don't know about the States. They give you a big chunk of money just for opening it. And that's why. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm just telling you guys because that's not common knowledge. The government doesn't like to give that stuff out. So go ahead. Go ahead,
just out of curiosity, like this is just out of my own curiosity too. Because
no, fire away, man. This is good questions.
If you do a dividend play, it obviously grows too. What's
Huge,
the annual growth on the stock by itself without the dividend?
That depends. Even if the stock goes down, you're still making the dividend royalty. It doesn't go off the stock. It goes off of what the company makes annually. That's the beautiful thing. If the stock goes down to nothing, you lose your main investment, right? It goes down, not lose it, but it goes down. Yes. But the dividend royalty will keep going, whatever it is. Like my dividend royalty, because I was explaining the thing in Texas when that frees up, Suncor Energy's tapped into that whole sector down there. It went up from 3 to 6. I was sitting here one day, my whole monthly income doubled. Just like that, 100%. I almost fell off the couch. I was like, whoa. So I just invested it all. It went back down a bit. So ticker symbol T. And for us Canadians, if you invest down in the States, you don't pay taxes at all. None. Because the 30% difference in the money, you know what I'm saying? It works out that you pay no taxes because of the difference in the stuff. So that's a slam dunk for Canadians. So the dividend royalty is 10.71 on ticker symbol T in the States. So that's $1,000 that you get every 100,000. See what I'm saying? Now you're the bank. Like I'm the bank. I don't owe anything. Everything when I go buy it, it's all cash, just transferred out of my bank. So that's what you turn it as a bank. Instead of, when you're paying your house mortgage, everybody knows how house mortgage is a pain in the ass. Like you can pay it for 10, 15 years. It drops nothing hardly. It's just interest. Well, now you're the bank. Okay. So that where how it grows, that's you. It compounds. Okay. When you get over 100, 200 grand, it just goes boom. It just goes up really fast. So that's what our channel is based on. A lot of the stuff is dividend royalties. Ticker symbol T is 20. No, Doug. No, it's dividend yield royalty, man. 10.71%. I got it right here. You're reading something else. I don't see that. Maybe forgot to put the zero in there. No, that's per share. Right? So yeah, it's a little complex, but you got to watch because you can get stung on dividend. Dividend is a good way. It's really hard for a stock to get dividend. There's a bunch of criteria that has to go through. So that's what GME went with the dividend royalty to add shares to the pot. It's not a cash. Okay. There's a difference. If they would have went cash, it would have done nothing for the squeeze. Somebody was thinking that was doing that, and that still has to be voted on. So
here's a good one. It says no disrespect to anyone, but I think unfortunately too many people have all their money in AMC and it's driving them crazy. They're looking for a way to make it squeeze. Just relax, it will happen. That's exactly why people are stressed. And I get it. I've been there too. I was stressing over the whole thing too. But I mean, now that I kind of realized that it has to play itself out and we don't really know exactly what's going to be the trigger. I think the Fed's going to end up kind of making things happen, even though they don't probably want to.
They want to make their money on taxes, though. It's a catch-22 a little bit on that. Froggy, I'm just gonna. Somebody from your ticker symbol T is ticker AT&T, which I've looked into. They're into 5G now. They're good for the next decade. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, buddy.
No, you're fine.
And there's lots. I have a whole list of them. But you can go. They can go bankrupt and you can lose all your money. So if the ticker symbol's over 12%, I would stay out of it. It's scary. You don't want too high. Okay, there's a trick there. I can explain. There's a lot you need to know about it, but I'm not going to take the whole time up on Froggy's channel to talk about it. Yeah, that's what we specialize in. Is that's one of the things, right? So if you want to know more about it, get a hold of him on the chat. Okay, I just want to take Froggy's time up on the show with that. Thanks, though. Good questions.
A lot of good questions, actually. I like the fact that people are looking into the dividends options.
Yeah, you guys are going to help yourself out, man.
Smart. Educational questions are definitely important.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't like the way that Trey and Astro choose to muddy up the waters on the options and shake up the community. I mean, I don't think
there you go. Yeah, man. Oh, I like that. That's cool. You just flip it up and it goes off.
Hit the button already, Jesus.
But I don't think their intentions was to shake up the community and muddy up the waters. I mean, they came up with what they thought was a good idea, and it brought options into the question. So then now we got people wanting to get educated on options and learn about it. We've learned about all the ins and outs of the market makers, hedge funds, brokers, just by the questions being brought up. Now we're on to a new topic, and that's the thing about the community is when you point at something and say, figure that out, within a very short period of time, the community explodes and figures it out. So I think what they did was just basically point in a direction to say, here, go figure this out. And that's what's going on right now. People are asking questions.
I also think that there's a lot of servers that they're trying to bring people in to teach them, right? Not necessarily to get them the information that they're talking about. There's many servers out there like it. Discord servers basically. So I think that's kind of what their agenda is a little bit, which is not a bad thing. I think an educated community is probably a better community.
100%.
That's all. I mean, I wish they didn't do it, but you can't. The can's already open.
No, it's already done.
Well, you look at it this way, like before January 27th, how many people knew much of anything about hedge funds, market maker, brokers, or even stock plays? Not much. Now that we've been sitting here this entire time, everybody has already seen all the crap that's out there, and we're already sick of it. So we went from didn't know much to we see it and we're tired of seeing it. So we've been very educated on the situation, which is very dangerous for the hedge funds because they created a bunch of informed investors that will probably hurt them down the road, squeezing them out of play after play.
I'm going to speculate. Can I speculate real quick?
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I on the other side of the coin, I wonder what they were thinking, saying it like they did, explaining it like they did. Everybody knows, even an amateur investor, not to buy puts on something that you don't want to go down. So for them to be saying that, at least it brought out the conversation. And now, it forced me to get square on options. I really don't mess with them. I've bought and sold options before, just not in AMC. And now I know. So I guess I kind of thank the idea, but at the same time, these guys got to get their shit together and squared away as far as what they're telling. They're big time influencers, for fuck's sake. There's a little bit of responsibility that comes with that, in my opinion.
I agree. I kind of wish, that's why I offered them a chance to come and sit at the table and explain it and educate it, because I would love to sit there and pick the brain to see what they were really thinking and got to the bottom of why they were there. Because I wasn't going to bash them, even though I wouldn't personally do puts on a main play that everybody's long in. It doesn't make sense because you're going against the grain. But I mean, maybe they had a theory craft in there, and I get it. There might have been something to it. Maybe on an up cycle, sell puts, but on a
Right.
down,
Yeah, like just filling the chain, filling the chain in, the options chain. I get that theory as far as that goes. It just, I don't know what the trigger is on filling the options chain so evenly as far as, calls to puts. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I think
I wish they would have came on, and at least one of them. I know Astro. He's pretty smart about that stuff, and like I think he would have loved to sat down and had a topic, a conversation about this, because the education that would have came out of that conversation would have been amazing. Because I mean, I know I could have asked him 101 questions that would have got to the bottom of like what he was actually thinking. It would have made it very clear, because I like to break everything down in detail. And like, I'm not ruling it out. I think it's still on the table, because I think that there's still a chance that he might actually come over and talk with us. But we'll have to
that'd
wait
be
and
great.
see. As far as Trey, I don't know. I think Trey might be too big for his britches. He might not come over, but
I agree.
I think a lot of it
Astro
is,
explained it real well.
yeah. Well, I think it was mainly his idea. I think Trey just kind of ran with it a little bit, or agreed with it and came out with it too.
so I think they're kind of their little agenda is, and I'm speculating, I don't know this to be true, but the 1348 works, okay? And if you can teach people who never really knew how to trade a simple strategy to trade the 1348, whether it's up or down, I think that's kind of what their agenda is kind of like a training thing, right? I don't know this to be true, but I can speculate because you can see when a move is going to happen or not happen, right? And so I kind of think that's where they were going, and it does put some pressure on hedgies as well. So I don't know. That's just my thoughts.
Jay says, Froggy, did you pay your Wi-Fi bill? Actually, I'm hardwired in. I should have looked over there to see if my thing was flashing or not.
It recovered pretty fast.
Yeah, you're good now.
Yeah, I don't even know what happened there. Usually
What time is it?
that doesn't happen. I thought maybe I had too many programs open, because I was trying to load all this crap up here, and I didn't want to close none of it out. Actually, I probably need to open the window. It's getting hot in here.
Getting hot in here.
Well, I built this computer. It's got like a 1,500 watt power supply, just in case I ever wanted to add, like, go back to mining.
Yeah. That's probably why it's hot in there.
Well, you don't use all the power, but
No, I know. I'm just joking.
I leave my computer on 24/7. If you have a big enough power supply, it won't burn out over like 5 years.
Do.
Let me see. We got more. This is the best thing that you can actually do right here. Is actually Roseanne says, "Have not tried options. I will practice with paper first." That's exactly how to do it.
Paper
statement. That's exactly what you should do. Put time in there. Watch some videos. There's some good option videos on YouTube.
Now, I thought about going against the grain. There's a bunch of different paper accounts that you can actually create. And I think TD Ameritrade, E-Trade, and Webull, I do know all have paper trading. I don't know about the rest of them. Haven't got into it yet. But I thought about getting it set up to where we have links set up down below, so you can go and paper trade with each platform, and then you can practice and whatever, and get kind of more familiarized with option trading, day trading, and stuff like that with these free paper accounts. And they shouldn't cost you anything to have them.
No, I got one over here. It's free. I'm using it all the time. I'm actually doing some of that.
It's definitely nice, because you can go and track your performance, your trading history, and stuff like that.
It's on real market too. It's on real market stuff.
Yeah, you can criticize the old you versus the new you once you learn more stuff, and that's huge.
Yeah, it's awesome how you can actually trade on the market. it's in like real time. It's pretty cool. Well, obviously with fake money, but then you can find out where you go wrong and where you can like improve yourself. It's really cool. It's really cool, man. Definitely recommend it.
Dynamite says, agreed. I should have a campaign cap. Like, oh yeah, they should have a campaign cap like they have a salary cap in baseball. Talking about politicians, there's a lot of things that need to be done. Politics is broken, bad. So I agree with that. There should be caps. Forced transparency would be nice too. KM says all three are great, very, very much appreciated for what they bring to the table. Talk about all of us. Yeah, thank you guys. We do try to bring the best that we can, and that's pretty much it. We're trying to do what we can with what time we do have. So,
and we're still learning too. Like you don't know everything in this life, okay? Just so you know. But we'll try to get you the best information if we don't. Right?
I definitely don't. I don't know everything. I never say I do, even if I thought I did. I don't.
Speak for yourself, guys. I'm Elon's little brother.
Yeah.
But smart people would say that, right? Because they know better than that. They're always learning. It's just common sense.
Every day.
If you're not learning, you're failing.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing, right? And always hang out with people smarter than you. That's the trick.
You never want to be the smartest one in the room.
No, because then that's a problem. Because then you're taking advantage of the other people. That's the psychological part of it.
Here's a question by Common Sense Investor. Says, "Hey, mediocre trader, Ken, are you free Monday morning, 3:30 for a pre-market show?" Wait.
I do a Monday morning show with AJ, but we'll talk. Just jump on my Discord and we'll talk.
Can you can reach him on Twitter too and write him. And I'm sure AJ would probably want to work with him too, because I mean, you guys would all get along.
I can't leave AJ hanging. That's the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, AJ only comes on one day a week for like the whole day because he gets one day off. I don't know. I mean,
that's it. Workaholic. Yeah. Good for him. He's making money, probably, right?
He works like 12 hours a day, 6 days a week.
Wow, crazy.
And
someday he'll have a life, but he ain't allowed to have one right now.
Yeah,
that'll pay off in the long run, right?
And text me all day.
Well, he's got a fully paid off house, and he's like what, late 20s?
See, that's smart. Yeah. Right? And you guys can do that too. Just invest in some dividends and just know what you're doing, right? It doesn't take long.
He's a smart trader too.
Yeah, he is. Oh,
very
for sure.
Cautious.
Hands down.
Very cautious.
Yeah. You have to be grounded. Like you have to be grounded when in your financial decisions. You can't veer off that stuff. You got to know your point of direction and a goal, and have a little bit put aside for things that can come up in life. There's always something that will try to mislead you or missteer you off of stuff. Okay. But if you have that mindset, it'll work really good for you. Okay. And you always set yourself lower than the bar, so you're not setting yourself up for failure. Okay. That's just it works for me. I know lots about, I was told that by my grandfather. It was a very successful man. So
there's a question for you guys there. If you get one of you guys want to grab that.
How do you get good DD when the market is corrupt? The odds are against retail. Well, I mean, it depends on what you mean by DD.
A big shovel. Right? You need a big shovel.
Here's some DD. We posted it right after market close yesterday. Adam Aaron tweeted about the 13 new cinemas in New England. That's DD, right? So stuff like that, news, just research on all kinds of other stuff. I don't do as much DD. A lot of my DD comes from the community, unless it's like news, like what comes up, important news, like that's straight news. But other stuff that people dig up, I get from the community, Yeah.
Just want to watch news though, because news can lie too. You and everybody knows that. Paid for. So mediocre knows that. So you sift through that stuff.
Yeah, technical analysis is different from DD in my eyes. You know what I mean? I try to do both. So, what about you guys?
Go ahead, Frog, on this one. Or are you busy right now? I can take it if you want.
How do I get good DD when the market's corrupt? I mean, I just look at the current news that's given to us, and then I just kind of figure out what source it's coming from, whether I trust it or not. It's an experience thing. And then I take everything with a grain of salt, watch the reaction with the market whenever the news comes in. And some things are factored in, some things are not. And some things you just want to stay out of the market and just let it play out and then jump back in when it's safer. And other times you just want to ride through because sometimes that's better too.
Yeah,
Well,
I know
like
what you're saying.
earnings, it depends on like earnings. A lot of people
Yeah.
jump out going into earnings and buy in afterwards because they don't want to deal with it. Some people say, I've been holding this whole time. Who cares if it goes down and back up? So to each their own on that one. It's like, 6 to 1, half a dozen to another.
Kay said,
Sorry.
I just listened to Jim Kramer. That's it. I'm done. No, I'm just
Sorry,
joking.
Froggy.
I'm joking.
I'm laughing at Sanjay's comment.
Oh, is Sanjay in here?
I'm
Oh,
actually behind on chat.
I love you.
I'm actually behind on chat, so I just got this one from Common Sense Investor too. Hopefully he didn't leave yet, but I think this is directed to one of you two guys, but I do know I think that Camista or whatever it is, that's where he made his intro. And
I got a digital tech artist for that. I get all my stuff for nothing. It's all digitally and it's through Connor.
Well,
Thanks,
it's mainly for me and mediocre because we're looking to do on intros, and so we'll probably be looking to do something like that. I do got royalty free music right now, but it took me a while to go search through all the.
It's easy to find. It's easy to find. It's all over the internet, uncopyrighted music. And you can get some cool stuff, man. You can get hip hop. You can get a whole bunch of stuff that's been digitally transferred. It's pretty cool. Some of the cool stuff in the last couple of years that they've been putting out.
And for a young machinist that wants to buy a CNC mill after the squeeze, do you have a brand suggestion? I like Haas.
Oh yeah, this guy is a machinist. I talked to him. He's really smart. This guy.
They cost a little bit more money, but boy, they work pretty good. And I mean, that's all we have at our shop too. So the lathe and the mill are Haas's. So
there you go. Yeah, it's better to buy good name brand stuff. Same with welding equipment, man. Don't cheap out on that stuff because it's if you want to make good money with it, right?
Same with there's budget versions of everything, and you'll have headaches doing it. And if you just want to produce something good, go with something that's good. But if you want the headaches that come with something that is not already kind of perfected, then there is a cheaper route. But I mean, like I said, you get what you pay for. If you want gray hairs, you go the cheap route. If you want, probably out the box, ready to go kind of thing, I mean, the Haas. So you're going to pay a lot more for it.
Yeah. And then looking for parts, you want to make sure it has parts available. That's another thing too, right?
Yeah. Haas's will actually come in and like fix your stuff for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Some of the cheaper ones that aren't like very big known, you got to fix them yourself.
Wow.
So that's the difference. You learn how to maintenance your own stuff or fix anything that gets broken and order your own parts. You can call Haas up and be like, yo, this is doing this. And they're like, well, that's this problem here. We got that part in stock and it cost $1 bazillion. And you're like, yeah, I need 2 of them. And that's just how it works. So it's goofy on how the tool market works, but our machines haven't been down in like 2 years. They're always running. They're good quality machines. So reliability and the fact that they have a tech support that fixes everything. I mean, that you can't beat that. We do got good maintenance there, but we don't really need it too much on those machines. I think she's looking for links or invite for you guys' Discords. Miss Harris, you want to provide a link to Discord in our chat?
Her Discord. Her Discord, it says.
Is it for hers? I have a hardest time.
She's trying to figure out her Discord.
Oh, my Discord. Is there a link or an invite?
Like to her. She's trying to figure out her own Discord or something. I have the hardest time trying to figure out.
Whose channel is she in?
She's on my... Yeah, she's with us, but she's looking for, must be her own Discord. She's trying to make her own or look for yours. That's kind of be taken both ways. She's on our server, so she's looking for a Discord then. Yeah, there you go.
That's my link.
Okay. I'll put it up on my
who wants it.
here. I'll send it over to Wolfpack right now. Thank you.
Yeah.
Froggy, you have one too that you want to? I can put yours over there
Yeah.
too. Thank. Good question.
I hope I typed that right. I couldn't see it. I had a pop-up that popped on there.
Okay.
Yep, got it.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
I do have a link for mine. Let me put that up there so they figure out where it's at. Actually, I'll just pull a brand new link because I don't know how old this. I think it.
That's what happens.
After
Even
so
I
long,
set mine. I
Yeah.
set mine to permanent, and it still gets messed up. So
What does it
that's the
expire or
problem.
something? Does
Yeah,
it
it
expire?
expires. Yeah.
Okay. That's good to know.
So like if you go to the description of my videos and all that, all the the Discord links aren't correct because it changes. But there's a way to fix that. But I just did an update on my server, so that's probably why the link went bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would make sense, right? Yeah.
So I just got to go in and refix it and then go change it everywhere again, which drives me nuts because it's work.
Okay, so I just fixed mine. I know exactly how you do it. When you go to invite a friend, go to the very bottom where it says edit invite link, and it will take you in, and you do change the drop bar down to never. No, that's what it says. It's never. We'll find out. Let me put it in here.
Yeah, but I just updated mine so it reset it. That's what happened.
There's mine.
Frogmans.
Man.
When I'm talking about Froggy, I tell him I'm talking to the Frogman. My buddy.
Whoa.
I was just thinking for a name for a bunch of frogs, you call them Battletoads, maybe.
Battletoads. Cybertoad.
There you go.
Kind of like that old game, Battletoads.
Cybertoad. Battletoad. Oh, I went to your Discord by accident. Oh. I clicked the link twice and it fired me right off to your Discord. So it works. It works, Matt. That link works.
So what? Here's a question. What do you think of ATER? Let me pull that one up here real quick.
Oh, I was looking at that. It ripped today. It went up pretty good on it.
It was up 13%. It's back down 2.6 in the after hours, but
yeah, it went up to 20 something, didn't it today? Yeah, 20,
Yeah.
30% or something. Yeah, it was doing pretty good.
Man, I gotta stop playing with AMC and catch these good moves. I keep
man. There's a lot of warning
wasting my
on that one
time.
too. There was a lot of warning on that one too. We were watching it live this morning. It was pretty good. It's really low on the short interest on the stock afloat. So it's not like prime for a squeeze or anything.
Well, if you look right here, this is the 2 hour. ABC
pretty
has already
good.
popped up. Now it's either going to consolidate here and then go into its next move, or it's going to change the direction. I think it's going to consolidate here and go into a little flag.
Yeah.
So
Froggy, that's what it did through the day. It went up high and then it curvature and then it found its well and you could see it on there. Yeah, obviously. I didn't even look at that, but yeah, it was doing that exactly and it was stuck in that area. So a lot of people are making money on it on the channel today, though there's a substantial amount of people trading that today.
Cleaning up on it. Yeah, it's been doing some pretty good moves.
Yeah. Yeah, you would have done good on it mediocre today because you're aggressive like that.
Yeah, I was stuck in AMC. I got out clean though. I played AMC very, very smart today, so I can't complain about what happened. But I had some call options on AMC. They got me earlier in the week. I'll just say that. But I played the game.
What was that other one that you were in? Did you
HYMC?
Yeah, were you doing that or digital or D?
I got 3 calls on HYMC, but I'm not worried about them because that's it's money, but it's already at the point where it's do or die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you leave it in case it runs tomorrow.
Dividends at 4.85. I'm just going to do a pullback. I always do a 5-year pullback on any dividend.
Gio says if you want a solid dividend stock, can you take a look at WB or WMB?
Yeah, I'm doing it. Thanks, buddy. I'm doing the 5-year pullback on it. See if it's worth it. Yeah, it sits at that same level. It does trade at 60 at one time. 60 is its high. It does hit the 49.60 in pyramids. So that, yeah, it looks all right. I would have to look at it a little bit more, but the basic, just hang on its profile. What is it? Energy company. Yeah, energy is fine. Gulf of Mexico is really good. There's a lot of projects down there that are that have substantial amount of energy left. I do a little bit more digging into the financials on it, but I always look at the financials on that. So, but yeah, Invalid Link. That's yours, obviously, mediocre or somebody, because Froggy's worked. I hit it right there.
Yeah,
he even gave me a handshake at the door and took my jacket off in his Discord. It's like set up pretty good, man.
Yeah, you might need to go back up and get a new invite.
Did you send a new one, mediocre?
I'll send another one.
Yeah, and I'll copy it over.
I'll go pull it. Hang on.
Okay, here's one from peanut butter / jelly. Okay.
Yeah, that's a fresh link right there that I just sent.
Go ahead.
Oh, he's done.
We're done.
It says probably AMC sitting at 1853. You consider saying this is a rare performance since over the last several weeks and months. Do you feel something is brewing in the market?
I forgot to check SPY to see. Nope, that might not be the bottom, because you got the same little W pattern that you see right here. So we don't have a true bottom on SPY, but head and shoulders is still a possibility. So you can still get that second like shoulder over there. If that's the bottom, we should be heading back up, and obviously we're oversold. I mean, look at this nasty downtrend for days. So we're due for reversal, and I'm hoping this is the bottom.
I'm going to fix this stupid link right now.
Yeah, buddy, I would.
Ratio capital mentioned nice bullish memento being maintained for AMC. What does that mean, please?
What was the first part of the question?
They said Rochelle Capital mentioned nice bullish memento being maintained for AMC. What does that mean?
Momentum. Yeah, right now it's looking good because we got that breakout of what appears to be the wedge. And Wrench Capital, yeah, from what I understand, he does do pretty good work. So it does look like momentum. It just, I don't know, are we going to cool off? That's the question. Are we going to make that second shoulder? Are we going to come back down and make the W bottom, confirming breakout, and then find the neck and start running? I think both of those have to kind of happen in order to start moving up. The RSI is technically trending up, which is also another sign of bullish activity when it's getting higher lows. In that they call it bullish. I don't know if that's the way I count it on a downtrend, but it is showing a bullish reversal. So you can see the MACD showing the same exact thing. The money flow is showing the same thing. So depends on how the bottom is established, but it does look like it's either here or the next couple of days will be confirmation of bottom.
Holy crow. Wow. Wolfpack, have you looked at our chat? Wow. That's crazy.
This is Mr. Will you please ask Froggy, is BBIG still a good short squeeze?
Yeah, they haven't been covered last I knew. Cam, you got the short interest on
Oh,
it?
sorry. I was just looking at my chat. Holy crow. There's a lot of members on my channel now. The whole thing's packed. Thank you, Christopher. Holy crap. He just updated our server. That's going to be hard to read that stuff, guys. You got wolf heads everywhere. I'm looking it up right now. That's nuts. I'm going to have to change the logo because I can't even see my own chat. There's too many wolf heads everywhere. Give me a second, Frog. Go ahead. You can go next. Ticker symbol is AT&T. Go ahead.
I need a short interest on BBIG.
Thank you, brother. I did that today. I'll look it up. Oh, wrong one. That's the wrong chart. I can't look it up on Webull. I'll be a minute. Just go to the next. You're gonna have to give me about 3 minutes to get into the server. On
The next one's yours too. It's actually
okay. Yes, that's correct. That's correct. I've done financials on that. I just got an updated list on it. Somebody said that their dividend was cut in half. I don't see that. I got the most updated list here. It's sitting at 10. If the stock price goes down, doesn't affect your dividend. I just want to be very clear on that. Oh, this is funny. Somebody wrote a comment below. Yeah, well, everybody's dying off your dividend. Your dad's making money. Bro, it's funny. That's a joke between our server or our channel. Like, he's not actually bashing Doug. Doug's a really good guy. He's a a war vet, right? So,
well, I've always liked Philip Morris as the company. Now that it's no longer Philip Morris, it's what Altera or something like that.
Okay.
And they've always gained. They also gained a lot while paying out a good dividend too. Isn't that the same company I'm thinking of?
That I don't know anything about on that. I don't know about Marlboro at all, bud.
Yeah, check that one when you get a chance, because if I remember right, that one's got solid growth, and I think it does pay a good dividend.
I'm on a different screen. Can you write that down on your scratch pad? That symbol for that stock he's talking about. Just because I'm in the middle of something, right, Froggy, right now. I'll have to go over to the other screen. Thanks, buddy.
All right, I changed the link again. I'm sorry, guys. I fixed it on Twitter.
Froggy, will you explain yield, strike, yield, strike, and calls, please? Yield, strike, and calls.
That was for me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mom. Right on. Ma, I love ya.
And you said, Ms. Harris, please ask about yield, strikes, calls, and puts. But I'm sure that they know what puts are because you went over it all. Well,
they want to know what yields, calls, puts, and strikes? Okay.
Yeah.
That's a multiple part question. Yields, that will be more Cam's thing right there too, but I'll do strikes. Strike is the price that you plan on purchasing that contract at once it goes into money. Calls, basically, you're expecting the stock price to go up. So you're basically, the way I look at it, to remember back when I was younger, was you call people up. So calls go up, and then when you put people down, you expect it to go down. So
that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, and that's how I've always remembered it, because puts you're expecting it to go down, and when you call, you're expecting it to go up, and that's how you make money. For yields, I'll let Cam do that one too.
Is that yields on a ticker though, or means that yields on a dividend? Is that what I think he's talking about? Something different there, bud.
I thought that was
that's on a dividend stock. Which I don't. That's off of Miss Harris, right? I don't think he's talking about dividend yields, man, because that would be off of the ticker symbol underneath the financials. Is there any way to find out, ma'am, Miss Harris?
I'm sorry. What were you saying? I'm sorry. I thought you was talking to Jeremy. You were talking to me. I do apologize.
No, man. It's fine. You don't have to apologize. The yield, the yield they're asking about, is that gentleman or on that question? Can you talk to him personally and ask him? Is that yield? Is he talking about yields on a dividend yield, like the yield reward? Or I don't understand the question with the yield end. We can just move on if you want. He can always recontact if he wants to know, Miss Harris. Don't worry about it. It's fine. He can always ask the question. Because I was like 3 or 4 in one.
Yeah. Okay.
I do have the short interest for that, BBIG.
Yeah, what's the short interest on BBIG?
Yeah, Mom, don't worry about it. He can always contact you again, Ma, on that. I'll answer.
Okay, is your information in the chat so that they can subscribe to your channel?
Oh yeah, I need to put that back up there too.
Yeah. Just give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, my friends. I will find that for you. I got it right down here. It's all of my in my channel. All your guys' links are right below always. I because I advertise for you guys constantly, right? So, just give me a second. What I'm going to do is just give you the link to BBIG. I'll just say that right now so I can get over 13.75. So no, it's just barely. It's not high enough really to like have an immediate squeeze on BBIG. It's primed a bit, but it's pretty low. Like even 1% is huge on a float. So like 13.75, it's kind of, it needs to go up in the 18s for sure. 16 to 18, up higher than that, then yeah, it's getting really primed. It's pretty low still. Same as ATER is low. Okay. I'll get you that. Go ahead, Frog. What I'll do is get you, I'll get you the information on that link for my channel in a second. I just got all these windows open all over the place. I was pulling a U there for a minute. My computer, you can hear it just bubbling, the liquid.
I'm clicking the wrong window tab and stuff. And forgetting the link things.
So I'm not alone then.
Oh yeah, it's yeah. Okay, I'll go find
I'm
that.
over here trying to fix stuff in the background.
We're all like we're working on it, like we're just. We're like hosting a show here, and everything's going sideways on us. That's hilarious.
This could be a good topic of discussion on a later date for sure, because a story like this could go on for hours. I'm pretty sure. On
what's that, bro?
Constitution elections are broken. Republic is broken. I mean, just basically like the deep state stuff, fraudulent foundation money, Bill and Melinda Gates, like all that stuff is a lot of stuff to go over. And I think everybody understands that something's not right. So the next thing is how to fix it.
I like Beverly. She has great questions and answers.
She does. She's very educated on that stuff, and they're really good direct questions. There's I definitely. She's come over to the channel a couple times too. She's pretty good like that. Not that you all don't have good questions. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that she's definitely likes knowledge. And she's asked me a couple of questions where I have to go look for it, which is awesome. I love looking for information. I don't like knowing it. I like looking for it and learning, right?
Cam, I'm filling out ones for you.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Just give me a second. Froggy, where do you find the link to your friggin' channel nowadays? They move stuff around all the time on there.
You just go to the video tab and just take it right out of the address bar.
Is that what you do? Okay.
Yeah.
It's just it always happens like that. Okay. Just give me 1 second. I'm there. I just got to close down a window or two before this thing seizes up on me again. I need to get another couple more memory cards in here. Okay, so I got the thing. Okay, I'm coming back. Okay, what question? Dividends will be like a bank of interest. Okay, dividends will be like bank interest. Sorry, buddy. It's okay. Do you have that still, or you can't find it? I think I got the gist of it. Dividends like bank interest. Yes, you got to pay it at the end of the year with your taxes. It's the same thing. It's really easy to figure out. They just set with your broker or your bank, you get a certain form that you download. It's like with anything else. So I want to say this too, if you're cashing out your brokers, don't permanently close your accounts, guys. You need your tax information from the next year. Like say if you're with like Webull or something like that, or Robinhood, I wanted to keep on emphasizing this throughout. I've mentioned it this morning. If you do that, you could potentially, because usually they just have your email, they don't have personal address sometimes, right? You could potentially mess yourself up, okay, if you're going to do your taxes. But yeah, it's compounded interest on all of it. It's just like that. Like I said, you are the bank now. So yes, you're right. Whoever put that. Here's my link for the channel. There's my link. Did it come up? Yeah, here. There it is right there. If you want to throw it up. I permanently put them underneath every time I post, like every day, your guys' links are on there in blue. So you just click it and it goes directly there. It's just easier instead of asking time. That's what I do anyways, because I support you guys. Okay, I'll put this on my chat now. I gotta get back to the chat.
No, nothing. I got nothing for that.
You wiggling around there?
Yeah.
Okay, here's this is
my
CS
back.
Trade coming up right here. That's our main link for our channel. And here's the link for so many links nowadays. Link this, link that, link this, link that, link this. And this is for our join our package. Like if you want to join the server or join video chat with me and talk live, like one-on-one about anything like that. That's it. It works out really good because it's one-on-one right off the server. It's all private. And thank you, Wolfpack. A substantial amount of people I have a whole bunch of calls I got to do. So I'm keeping busy between in the morning and now, like in between Froggy's show, it's working out perfect. I'm on there constantly talking to you guys, trying to get you guys up to speed. Yeah, I just want to get out. That's why I wanted to help. I just wish we could have a way of broadcasting it different. Thanks, guys. And here you go, Wolfpack. Here it's coming on our channel right now.
I'm sorry, guys. Casey, you're terrible, man.
Is he messing with you?
Yeah, in my
Does he
Discord.
message you on the server? On your Discord?
Oh. Oh, he's funny.
Well, let's wrap up a
pretty
couple
good guy.
more of these questions, and then we'll
Yeah, go ahead. Fire away,
wrap
man.
things up here.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. I got to do some more calls privately here. Sounds good, bro.
OPEC is. I'm not sure if that's exactly what it means, but I think that's about right.
They govern everything. Like we're talking tankers all around the world. Like they oversee, right?
Yeah, if they want the price to drop, they could just produce
Yes.
more and make it drop. If they want it to go up, they just produce less. And it's basically just a great big union of oil producers that monopolize the oil together, working together.
And I think our corrupt government has a part in it. Like they allow them to do that, and they probably collected money behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. There's no reason for this oil. There's no reason for the price of gas going up right now. That's BS. There's no reason for that.
Nope. If they want it up so that they can
taxes, man.
Exactly.
They got to
see. I didn't have to say it.
Well, it's CERB money and then the stimulus money. They got to get that money back somehow. Like they're bad. They are over leveraged. Bad. It's gonna take. Wow. It's gonna take a long time to pay that back. Sorry, Kim. But,
so what do you think about YouTube creators that claim they could predict the future stock price by only looking at 3 candles? I don't think it's really possible. You got to look at a lot more than that. You got to look at a whole cycle and realize where you're at.
You know, and anybody who thinks that they could predict this thing just taking, I mean, yeah, you could see it coming up. You're going to get a run up, but you don't know how big that run up's going to be. Mm-hmm. That's just the truth, right? So anybody who claims they know, it's not true. Just not true. You know.
Gio
says
when you always have someone willing to buy your options. When paper trading, that's not always the case. When trading with real money, that's true. There's been options that you get stuck in because you can't get a buyer just to get out.
That's one of the reasons why I don't think that buying puts thing is very good, because if everybody bought puts, then how are you going to get out of your trade?
Well, that's the one thing I was looking at too. If you have call options and you're going up into squeeze and you're trying to get it on the back end, there might be nobody buying those contracts. So you're going to have to eat those all the way down till you find a buyer. So let me see. I'm going to put this out here. We got, we're going to do some sublinks here. Try this.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm ready to wrap it. I got
mediocre trader.
Sweet.
Right there. There's his Twitter. There's his YouTube. That's exactly how you spell his name. Go ahead and check him out. Did you make that one word or 2?
No, it's 2 words. I changed it to make it easier for people. It's 2 words, just like on the screen.
Okay.
All right. Let me edit that real quick. We'll update that now. There it is.
You go.
2 words. Exactly mediocre like trader. There's his Twitter. Go ahead and follow him. Give you guys a couple seconds here. And then we got, you can do a screenshot if you want to take it and get it right now. CS Trades Wolfpack, and then it's at trades_101. And then we got,
thanks, guys. Mr.
me.
Frog.
You got Froggystyles. No, I'm not sure. I don't think I can change it from like at Jeremy Phillips doing it. That's just basically you get it how it comes, I guess.
You can
But
I think you can
That's Jeremy, the head
J
toad
with
in
the J.
charge.
Yeah, Super Toad. He's the
Yeah.
toad, not the frog, the toad. Killer
I don't think
toad.
I don't think you can change that. Only the name up top, which is Froggystyles, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter because that's easy to remember, right?
Well, I think Froggystyles would be easy to remember if it was like at Froggystyles, but
That's sometimes that won't work. Yeah, you might have to go at Froggy underscore. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Try it and piggyback the count. Can't you?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Twitter's weird. They had some weird stuff on there. I've no. Pamela Pipeline pays a good div. Yes, they're solid. I seen that on site. Good call. Actually, I'm gonna have a dividend special tomorrow morning on my show for you guys.
There you go. If you want some dividends, check that out.
Mm-hmm.
So, Miss Harris, you want to wrap things up over there on the space call?
Ouch.
Yes. I don't know. Something's going on with Twitter today. I don't know what's wrong.
I know they're weird,
Okay.
Twitter.
Everyone that's in the space call, please go down into the stream and like and subscribe. If you're not a member already, you haven't liked already. Also, like and subscribe to the Mediocres channel, as well as Mr. Cam's channel, CS Trade, Mr. Cam and CS Trade. So please help promote all three channels and the partners. And if you guys are unaware of the squeeze, it's coming. I just can't tell you when, but it's coming. I know it's coming. So you want to become a Diamond Hand member. Froggy can teach you one-on-one how to trade options. It's good trading options if you guys want to learn that, but you have to be a member. Also, you need to be a member because during the squeeze, you can't ask any questions. I'm serious. You will not be able to ask him that one question. You will say, oh, do you think this is going to 1,500? You won't be able to do that because your question won't get answered and you won't get in. It's only for members only that he will be allowed to ask questions during the squeeze. So please become a Diamond Hand member. It's so important. I mean, if you want to get to your number where you want to get to. Also, I think all CS Trades mods, I think each and every one of you guys, from Jay to Mr. L to Warren to even Gloria, I know she's not a mod, but Gloria, Mello, every single one of y'all that be on Cam's channel, I think every single one of y'all. And the hashtag, Mr. Cam, I need to get on you later. I'm going to tell you why I'm upset with you. I'll tell you later. But the hashtag, y'all, is HFJTG. That means holding for Dobby the Great. That's the hashtag. We're holding for Dobby the Great. So, appreciate each and every one of you guys. Be safe. Love you. But please become a Diamond Hand member. Also, subscribe to Stock the Dips. Stock the Dips. He is good. Him and New Yorker together, get them together. They're dynamite. I'm serious, dynamite. And that's what
I love her.
We out.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mom, you're sweet.
Stocks a Dip. Me and him are going to be coming back on tonight. We're going to start doing late night, just market recap. I'm going to do an AMC and GME thing by myself before he gets on. And then when he comes back on, I'm going to come back on with him so we can cover one thing whenever he gets home, and that so he can get some action in here and stuff.
Yeah.
We got thrown off last night because he was too tired by the time we got all linked up. And but I want to make sure I get AMC and GME coverage out every day, and then we'll get something with him. So keep an eye out. We'll be doing that. And what she was saying about the membership package, it's going to be set for members only. And we're only doing that because there's going to be a lot of questions, and I want to answer all the questions for members only.
Smart.
So,
That's smart.
Because it's easy for like a subscriber just to come in, ask a question, and all the members, I mean, that they're loyal to us as a community, and we should be answering their questions first. And we want to make sure that nobody gets missed. So that's the reason why we were planning on doing it that way. But yeah, for the Diamond Hand package thing, that's for one-on-one training for training, charting, trading, and stuff like that. So just let me know if you're interested in that. I'm going to let either Cam or Mediocre Trader close up their end.
Go ahead, mediocre.
I just
I'm
want
always-
to thank everybody, especially the mods. You guys do an awesome job in the chat and all that. Appreciate you. Miss Harris, you're awesome. Thank you very much. Froggy, thanks for having me as usual. Cam, good to see you. And don't forget to beat that like button, beat that subscribe button, hop on over to Froggy's and do the same. And do the same for CS Trades. You guys have a good
Bite
night.
ours.
See you tomorrow.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you. I really appreciate that, mediocre. So yeah, same thing. Mods, killer job. Thanks, Ma. You're always keeping it real. And thank you, Ma, for coming over. You got to take a day break. Like, wow, you're over early in the morning with me. And yeah, like, wow, like just crazy.
You're swearing too much now. You're beginning to swear too much. I don't know where they're coming from now, Mr. Tam, but you are swearing. I mean, it's your show. I can't have you be your show, but you swear. You swear. I'm like, whoa.
Did I swear this morning?
Mr. Tam? But I'm like,
sorry, Ma.
I don't tell you how to run your channel. I will never tell you how you run your channel. I don't have a channel, so I don't tell nobody how to run their channel. But that swearing you were doing today, that wasn't true. It sounded like
sorry, Ma.
that was a lot.
Thank you. You keep me grounded. Thank you.
Still appreciate you.
I'll work on it, Ma. And I like how you keep me grounded. And Sanjay, stop telling her. I'm just joking. But anyways, I didn't swear today. I made a note, have sticky notes all over the place. So when I look at my computer, yeah. So thank you, mods and everybody. I appreciate everything that you guys are doing. And yeah, go check out these guys' channel tonight with Froggy and stuff. Definitely. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be doing a dividend special on dividends. We'll go through a whole bunch of stuff on there and getting everybody up to par. Most of this stuff that I'm talking about is after. Everybody's asking questions about where do I put my money? What do I do with that? What do I do with this? Yeah, that's where you put your money in the dividend place. Start making more money right away. It's a revolving door. Like just start hammering on it. Start getting some checks rolling in, right? Because if you just out of the squeeze money, that's just the foundation to success, right? You might as well like start making way more. You got a huge foundation. It can start compounding all that money. Okay. Love you guys. Peace.
Yep. Later, guys. Peace.
Peace.